Flood situation in Manipur shows no sign of retreat. Residents of Nongmeibong and Lilong take shelter at the relief camps. Chief Minister Nongthom Biren seeks assistance of the Centre to combat flood, assures that steps have been taken to reduce inconveniences. Ningtaukhong resident protest the removal of Chief Secretary O. Navakishore. JCLPS to observe the death anniversary of Sapam Robin Hood on July 8. Intense agitation expected against the cancellation of DPC results for the recruitment of drivers and health department. And Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan teachers locks the office of Directorate of Education as against non-payment of salaries. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News Bulletin, and I'm Victoria Rajkumari, bringing you the top stories. Different parts of the valley are still facing grievous inconveniences due to the flash flood. People of Nongmeibong under Imphal East are facing huge issues due to the flood. People of the area said the flood has been caused by the water that flowed in from the culvert after the water from the drainages of Nongmeibong and its surroundings overflowed due to raised in water level of the river. Speaking to Impact News, locals expressed the desire of the government to put shutter in place at these culverts. People are taking shelter at relief camps. Around 230 people from 40 families are taking shelter at the camp. Ayush medical team for flood-affected area organized a medical camp at the relief camp in Thamchet High School.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯆꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩꯕꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯐ꯭ꯂꯗ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯐ ꯀꯦꯝꯞ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯍꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯇꯥꯡ 2 ꯊꯥ 8 ꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯆꯥꯎꯔꯥꯛꯅ 13 ꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯨ ꯊꯣꯔꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯗꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯃꯦꯗꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯀꯦꯝꯞ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯌꯨꯁꯀꯤꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯤꯔꯦ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛꯇꯣꯔꯦꯠꯀꯤꯁꯨ ꯂꯥꯛꯍꯟꯖꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯊꯛꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯩꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯦꯡ ꯆꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯁꯐꯤꯁꯤꯌꯦꯟꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯍꯋꯥꯏꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯦꯡ ꯈꯔꯒ ꯍꯋꯥꯏ ꯊꯥꯎ ꯈꯔꯒ ꯄꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯇꯤꯜꯍꯧ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯂꯨ ꯑꯁꯤꯅꯆꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗ ꯆꯥꯕꯗ ꯆꯪꯗ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ ꯑꯥꯏꯇꯦꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯠ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯐꯪꯕꯗꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯝꯖꯩ.
On the other hand, flood-affected people of Lilong are taking shelter at the relief camps set up by Flood Victims Relief Committee, Lilong. Media persons witnessed over 800 affected persons of Lilong constituency taking shelter at Lilong Higher Secondary Madrasa. There is no water or electricity issues at the camp for now. Lilong Block Medical Team also conducted a medical camp. Relief Committee expressed the desire for the government to look into the condition and give required attention as there are over 330 women and 214 children, excluding men, at the camp. Speaking to media persons, convener of the relief camp, Mohammad Nazir Khan said the government has provided 10 half bags of rice and expressed the desire to receive more. People of Lilong Sambru Makong, Lilong Lo Manga, Lilong Laihau Khong, Lilong Mayay Laikai, Lilong Turel Ahanbi, Lilong Haroibi Mayay Laikai and the surrounding areas are now taking shelter at the camp. People of Lilong Thong Ahanbi, Ubak Thong Makha Laikai are also taking shelter at the relief camp set up by blocking the road as the locality has also been submerged. The flood has also not caused inconveniences in traveling, but there is also apprehension of not finding a place to set up relief camps if the water level continue to rise. The villager drew the attention of the government and the concerned authority to find out the root cause of the artificial flood.
Hojik soibe area si Lilonggi kendagi around 23 kilometer na question be area ni whole tumna lairi si as a whole constituency ki manung lemhori se only 4 kilometer ki surrounding khaktane lemhori se akoi lambi phawda loina block to sangare maramdi footpath khakna tana motorable oiba lambi phangdre kai noida lambi da yum sajangi ba soiba mapung oina paddy field kayano adunga number of houses kayano haibadi hojik akoina communication gap leibna maram orga hojimak miamda clearly yum masing asuk so e paddy field na suk so e aduga san na suk so e aiba makti aikoi ki maikai digi haibu ngamdri.
Unemployed Youth Learners Association Porompat Thawan Thaba Laikai distributed edible items to 32 flood-affected households at the relief camp open at Thawan Thaba Community Hall. 300 families are still suffering because of the flood. HDFC Bank also distributed edible items to flood-affected people of Porompat Muslim and Porompat Thawan Thaba Laikai. Rice grains, pulses, edible oil and salt packets were distributed. Tarahe Kongjil Muhammadan Social Youth Club and Tarahe Youth Development Organization has appealed the relevant authorities to look into the affected agricultural lands, fish farms and other areas of Hyangthang Tarahe Kongjil under Nauria Pakhang Lakpa constituency. Flood water levels at Okram Chutek and Kongman due to the breaching of Kongman River have not receded yet. There is apprehension that there can be epidemic of waterborne diseases because of unavailability of safe drinking water and the dirt draining by the flood water. Over 1,000 houses in Okram Chutek are submerged by the flood water due to the breaching of Kongba River at Kongba Irong and Uchekon Lai Moriba area on July 2nd. Laumandi, Paddyfield Land and other major farms in Okram Chutek and Basikong are submerged by the flash flood. On the other hand, the road between Kongwan Manjil to Nandaibam Laikai, which was not flooded till yesterday, has been flooded. People of the area are using boats made of banana stem, tubes of vehicle tires and other floating items to carry off their belongings. People are facing a lot of inconveniences in commuting because of the dirt, wastes and other water hygienic drained in by the flood water. People express dissatisfaction that relief materials are not distributed in all parts of the area.
Nomajum tele panisai sida daida imung jangdaba mi di hawai chengwai kaim jaw de cheng keji manga pi aduga imung changbangaiina hawai keji ma alu keji ma adagi ngari yarom bana yarom me moro yarom bana yarom me adumai tora thum pike macha amamanga pi kaimta phangde dai henba akhoi hana leiraga thamaubodo aduni thaisi ado ngarang di kaubani tengki ma do adusu ising jaw changbi ro yadre awala pai di loi wa le kaino subam chabang khangdram ni ising jawam na ko chana thakna ba oro ma oro mateng khradi pami aji aji hangalai ni tum chi thumam de ba ko singa chi gi thumai ne ba che.
Right now, what you are seeing on your screen is not a lake, but this is a huge paddy field locally called as Longman Bilakul under Basikong and Okram Chutek. And the field is under water due to the flood caused by the breach of Kongba River. On the other hand, the people from Okram Chutek to Kongman have faced many inconveniences as the water level is still in critical condition and also possible to spread out many waterborne diseases. So it is high time for the government to look after the issue and make sure that the people of the area get proper medical treatment from the authority. With camera person Subhash Sharma, this is Ketriminum Premsan, Impact News, Okram Chutek.
Chief Minister Nongthomba Biren said the state government has taken up various relief measures and immediate steps have been taken to tackle the recent flood situation of the state. He was speaking at the press conference held at Chief Minister's Secretariat in presence of Minister for Agriculture, Veterinary and Animal Husbandry V. Hankalian and Minister for CAF and PD Karam Sham. Highlighting the shortages of Delhi essential commodities during the flood situation, Chief Minister assured that 12,000 metric tons of rice are available under the CAF and PD department and is ready to be distributed to the general public. Such rice will be made available at 22.53 rupees per kg, mentioning that the flood-hit farmers of the state need not panic. The Chief Minister said short-duration paddy seed varieties which can be harvested in 100 days such as RC Manipur 12, RCM 12 and Maru Taru University 1010, MTU 1010 are available for the flood-affected farmers of the state at free of cost. He further said a total area of 40,000 hectares of agricultural land have been affected. Chief Minister said that the government will identify and verify the total submerged area affected by the flood in the state soon. Speaking on the occasion, Ministry for Agriculture, Veterinary and Animal Husbandry V. Hankalian said that certain measures have been taken up by the Agriculture and Veterinary Department. Mobile team, 5 rapid action teams of veterinary department headed by 2 doctors with field assistants have already been set up for treatment and necessary vaccination of the animals in the flood affected areas. Mobile plant health camp has been set up for the farmers. Stating that the sale of PDS rice under NFSA are being banned by the government, Minister for CAF and PD Karam Sham said that after due consultation with the Union Ministry of Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution, the centre has agreed to provide 12,000 metric tons of rice for the distribution to the flood-affected people of the state. Minister assured that the rice under NFSA are in adequate stock in FCI godown for the state. NFSA rice quota for 8 districts have not been lifted. He appealed the concerned official to lift the rice quotas for the previous months of the default districts soon.
Saki shortage khara lakpa hojik laiba cheng sina National Food Security ki makhada laikiba aduna entitled toba card holders sing natragadi saithokpa yadabanina Madugi difficulties kar lakpaduna koi immediately koi ministry ka contact on matung da 12,000 metric ton koi hojik ready da lai re laya akoi disaster department ki management ki makha kharagra piri basina taba sidagi hena extra kana gumana pamba circle MLA sing club adu da kana gumana pamba torga di basida on payment lupa kuni thoi ga makhai ni available were ne.
Replying to the queries raised by media persons on various profs undertaken by the new government, Chief Minister stated that the government has already handed over the cases related to irregularities in accounts of Manipur Development Society MDS to the Central Bureau of Investigation CBI. He further said the prof into this substandard police belt and CCTV installation scam is almost completed and will be unveiled to the people soon. Parliamentary Secretary, Minor Irrigation and Agriculture, Awangbo Numai, Additional Chief Secretary, Agriculture, Dr. Suhail Akhtar, Director, Veterinary Department, Dr. H. Chauba, Director, Agriculture Department, P.H. Rajendra were among those present on the occasion.
CCTV is almost lotion level. Department Manungi over the which later Chesang Lotion number. Madu difficulties in the way. The election corrupt and the violate or mission to the Madu result high road. My SIT delay. Turani and my night. Nana river, Yerum, plastic, expert hand and check on the corner line. Morin the Yerum Sulap. The cry, like the Hyderabad, Atopa said, the Lakan Mashikama, the same Yauro program, very better than Honori. Nagin, so food safety all the time, anything so alert.
A new Manipur State Disaster Management Authority has been formed with Chief Minister Nongthom Biren as the chairman. The 10-member committee has Adim Pamay as a vice chairperson, chief secretary of the state as ex-officio chief executive officer, DGP, secretaries of different departments as members of the committee. Rajani Ranjan Rashmi, an IS officer of 1983 batch, will replace O. Navakishore as the Chief Secretary of Manipur with immediate effect. O. Navakishore will now be the Director General, State Academy Training. Tension arose at Ningthaukhong over the change of Chief Secretary. Locals are against the removal of O. Navakishore as the Chief Secretary and demanded the government to withdraw the order. They raised various slogans. They threatened to block Tidim Road if the government does not withdraw the order by tomorrow.
Manipur Chief Secretary O. Navakishore Sindolaga Mapan Longi Mi Amabu Chief Secretary Hapache Ekoi Lebak na Pajapuna Monaja Pamtokte Koi Yanik de Masi Ekoi Atubatamda Chief Minister na Honorable Chief Minister na Order Si Katatio Hayendegi Hauna Ekoigi Dilim Line Se Block Tauragani Aduga to Pajaga Singasu organization Singat Samnaraga Ekoina Manipur Mapam Pudimakta Ban Tawa Horagani Yaraga di Kutakta
The death anniversary of Sapam Robin Hood, who lost his life in the ILP movement on July 8, 2015, will be observed on the 8th of this month at his memorial located at Awaching, also known as Lamjing Mairaching. Speaking to media persons at the JCLPS office on Sega Road, convener of the committee Arjun Talheva said an awareness program will also be held at Awaching on the occasion. Speaking further, he reminded that the 2011 census shows about 11 lakh non-Manipuri population of the total 28 lakhs. There is an apprehension of the indigenous population getting extinct. JCLPS had spearheaded the movement demanding the ILP bill in the state. A wanted tag was also given to the former JCLPS convener, and police were on the hunt to arrest many of his volunteers, and hence there has been a communication gap between the public and JCLPS. Arjun Talheba further said it is high time we remain silent and forget the sacrifice of Lamjing Meira Robin Hood. Floral tributes will be paid to the portrait of Robin Hood at Anand Singh Higher Secondary School, where he studied. Later at 10:30 a.m., there will be a public meeting. Lamps will also be light up at Kurai Telepati, where he was shot dead. Arjun Talheba appealed to people of Manipur to take part in the observance.
The ILPS na Robin Hood ki mafam dai kai khumnaba utpak loinana mahana mahi tamjaramba nomai bungda leiba Anand Academy Higher Secondary School achida ai pung nipan makhai taw matamdagi hauna haikal lekat tamba miam punna mafam aduda ma ki mafam dai kai khumnaba utpa ma ki yata pham oiriba khoi lamjing Meira Singh asita na khoi na pung tara makhai tar kum matamdagi khoi khongsan gani ahanba Robin Hood na China khangkiba Kurai Telepati Shigi Jaga Sida Numidang Matamda Meira Thanba se Pangtuk Jagani Thoram Singha Sida Lamdam Sida Levi Miamna Saru Yabina Bagdamakta Amukana so the ILPS ki Maike the Apil Tauzari.
Intense agitation are expected against the cancellation of DPC results declared on January 3rd for recruitment of drivers into Health Department. Speaking to media persons at Manipur Press Club today, successful candidate of DPC Sapam Megajit claimed that the offer letters were taken back from successful DPC candidates by the department, and they later announced the cancellations of the results. Megajit threatened of intense agitation from the 10th of this month if the department does not withdraw the order by the 9th of this month. He claimed that the Health Department gave notification for recruitment of the driver post on May 5, 2016. Interviews were also conducted from September 13 to 16 the same year. DPC results were declared on January 3 this year. Megajit said, as per the Election Model Code of Conduct, job offers declared after 12 p.m. of January 4 are null and void. The DPC result was already declared one day prior to notification by the Election Commission of India. He condemned the cancellation of DPC results.
Mamang government na akhoi DPC tawduna loine loisalam bira matungda anu government la aba matungida overform loction bire adai verification thabire last tha mari manga lerga akhoi cancel tawrena tholei bisi maram chade लाइव डेट 9 जी मनुंगदा खोंगबम अजे हंदोपियो हंदोक्तगदि अखोय मथंगी थंगनबा डेट 10 दगी अखोय खोंजंग मखन मखा क्या खोंजंग जेलकनी अखोय सीरबसु यारे हायना खोंजंग जंगनी गवर्नमेंट ना तौरिबासे अखोय खितंग पेंदे अखोय पॉलिटिक्स की येंगदबिदा अखोय सेबेथी येंगबिरगा अखोय जु तौबिरकने हायना जु निंगजै अदु तौबिरक्तब तारगदि अखोय जु मखन मखा क्या खोंजंग संगसन हौरगनी डेट 10 दगी
Graduate teachers under Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan Ramsa today shut the office of Directorate of Education against non-payment of their salaries for 7 months. The teacher led by Ramsa Graduate Teachers Association stormed the office of Education at Lamphel Part and locked the office and did not allow the staff to get out of the house. They were firm of this decision not to unlock the door until the demands are met. They also lock the gate.
Education ni makok tongbo bisarjing unaru matamda regular oina khan greba ala mese ki graduate teachers bu tha tere ki tolo pithok pidaba adagi khoisang narbo jame amna mamangda jun phawgi manungda pini hai gre ne adubu jun tha henjale tha mi hena ngai raba tolo phangakti je khoina 2016 gi November gi tolo phangaktana regular ojam oina school jingna nukti kaino like takle inene ado haujikti ojame amna khang mangan magi pangkhai do hen gi bina maram oidana machinen protect from jina bo effective oroktabadagi akoi ngasi kaino se agitation je sanghan bi ne government na chap chaba akoi da assurance pi drigai de makhata na hen kang khong jang ine.
It's time for a small commercial break. We'll be right back in a short while. Keep watching Impact News. Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English News Bulletin. MSU Imphal West District Committee today felicitated meritorious students of Patsoi and Kundrakpam constituency who excel in class 10 and 12 examinations of the year. Manipur State Power Company Limited in a press release informs that the 33 kV Kuman Lampak to Kaishampat PH line will be shut down from 7 AM to 2 PM on July 9th for construction of pump house at Kangla water supply taken up by PHED. President of GPRN, Lieutenant General Kanko Kongyan, has appointed Mithang Kongyat as his personal secretary to the President GPRN with immediate effect. Secretary of Board of Secondary Education Manipur has notified that the High School Leaving Certificate Compartmental Examination 2017 will be held on July 18th. The entrance to Department of Social Welfare is in deplorable condition. Relief Center for the Welfare of Differently Abled Persons, Manipur, due the attention of the concerned minister to repair the road. They said it is unfortunate that despite the claim of ministers and officials that roads will be made barrier-free access, the road is not barrier-free access. They suspected that the road is not repaired intentionally to avoid the entry of differently abled persons. Relief Center for the Welfare of Differently Abled Persons Manipur appealed the Chief Minister to look into the matter at the earliest. Twelve Assam Rifles led by Technopal SDPO arrested 4 underground workers of the banned militant outfit PLA-RPF. They have been identified as L. Jiteshwar Singh from Irengbam Saban Laikai, Asem Brojendro from Irengbam Hawaii Row, Konthauzam Indramani Singh from Irengbam Laibum Laikai, and Mayengbam Gopal Singh from Irengbam Mairembam Maning Laikai. According to Impact News sources, they were arrested last evening around 6 PM during a check at Kuding Thabi Assam Rifles Post. They were traveling in a Maruti Alto car bearing registration number MN06L9935. They were returning from Tamu after meeting commanders of PLA, RPF, Nelson and Risikanta. They have been handed over to the More police. Council for Anti-Poverty Action and Rural Volunteers organized a one-day discussion program on climate change and oil exploration in Manipur at Manipur Press Club today. Resource persons called for the need of government to create policies to combat climate changes in the state. They also said the oil extraction works carried out by Asian Oil Field and Oil India Limited at Khaidem Village, Jiribam and Tamelong should stop at the earliest. They appealed to stop all kinds of activities in the name of development like construction of huge dams, oil extraction and mining works. Speaker Yumnam Khemchan inaugurated an office of the Business Excellent Group, an organization for the people who deal in trade and commerce at Thangal Bazaar today. Speaking on the occasion, convener of the Business Excellent Group, Thokchum Hero, said the group is formed by business persons and entrepreneurs of the state. He said the group will try to provide job opportunities to unemployed youth and will also guide those who intend to take up business.
Manipur business is common platform. Manipur unemployment gi kanosi yam unemployment gi kanosi kitang handaraga business lomda hoina depend to government job or some other kanoda depend to business activity su focus tor pa ko mayam interact torga hena chokolanba business activity chokolanba
And in sports news, Wangoi Kendra Kangkhut A emerged victorious in the 5th late Longjam Kuber Singh Memorial League Cum Knockout Open Kang tournament. In the 5th league match played today, Wangoi Kendra Kangkhut A thrashed Wabagai Kendra Kangkhut by 22-11. The tournament is being sponsored by Imphal East DFO L. Joykumar in the memory of his late father and is being organized under the aegis of Liningthau Sanamahi Kang Association Wangoi at Longjam Laikai Community Hall, Wangoi. 13 teams are taking part in the tournament. Singjamai Kendra Kangkhut will face Yai School Kendra Kangkhut in the 6th league match on the 8th of this month. South Africa will host the Women's Hockey World Cup semi-final matches that will kick off from the 8th of this month. South Africa, India, Argentina, United States and Chile will fight for a final spot from Pool B. The Women's Hockey World Cup, which will be played at the Johannesburg, will see these 5 teams played 10 league round matches. India will play host South Africa on July 8, United States on 10th July, Chile on 12th July and Argentina on 16 July. Savita and Ranjini Itimarpu are goalkeepers of the Indian team, while Pukhrambam Sushila is the vice-captain. Dev Grace Eka, Sunita Lakra, Gurjit Kaur and Monica are defenders. Renuka Yadav, Nikki Pradhan, Namita Topo, Navjot Kaur, Ritu Rani and Nilima Mins are the midfielders. Captain Rani Rampal, Reena Kokhar, Vandana Kataria, Anupa Barla and Priti Deve are the forwards. The team is led by Chief Coach Sort Margini. Before we end, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Flood situation in Manipur shows no sign of retreat. Residents of Nongmeibung and Lilong take shelter at the relief gates. Chief Minister Nongthom Bombirin, 6th assistant of the Centre to Combat Flood, assures that steps have been taken to reduce inconveniences. Ningthau residents protest the removal of Chief Secretary O. Navakishore. JCLPS to observe the death anniversary of Sapam Robin Hood on July 8. Intense agitation expected against the cancellation of DPC results for the recruitment of drivers in Health Department. And Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan teachers locks the office of Directorate of Education as against non-payment of salaries.